Welcome back to Glowing Card Gaming. Tonight, a little update, then a debunking of a new Nukes Top 5. And now your host, Adam. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, just kind of want to give an update a little bit on the channel. Channel's still growing, so be sure that if you're watching, be sure to subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. We have 41 followers on Twitch now, 20, I think this is 25 on Kick. Let's take a quick look at that. Pause. Oh, my live stream is up. 24 followers on Kick, 41 on Twitch, a big number, most impressive one. 123 now on YouTube. So we are really starting to move. I expect one day I'll wake up and I'll be monetized, but I don't think tonight will be that night. Who knows? Maybe 1,000 of you will follow after tonight, but I don't know. But what I wanted to do was update on kind of a little bit of a situation that arose after the last time I posted a reaction video for Mod Tricka. So after I had done that, I received a kind of I'll read it out. I'd received a bit of a negative review from a user called Rando Nautical Walk and More 19. Oh, I may have to delete that. Well, I didn't give the whole thing away, but how many of them could there be? The comment exactly, well, she posted on there, so it's not like I'm going to give anything away. She posted, how do people get away or feel good about themselves uploading other people's videos? Seems like what this is. I kind of found that a bitter comment. It just seemed like she was, you know, maybe it was angry. First of all, she didn't have to watch nor comment. She should have just blocked my channel. So I initially had removed her from my channel. I didn't block her, I just removed her from the channel. Basically so she couldn't comment. And then I realized, you know, that's not fair. I should actually have responded to it, which is part of what this is. So I did a couple of things after that comment, and after I had undid what I had done. I went to her channel and I said, basically, well, when you post videos, there's a little checkbox that is there that says you're allowing other people to repost and edit and clip your videos, basically responding to your videos. And you can uncheck them. So you can make it so if you don't want people to use your videos or clip it or do anything like that, you uncheck that. And that's something she should have known, because she has videos posted too. You know, I don't understand this reaction. I really don't get it. It seems like just this, someone who thinks they're being righteous. You know, when actually they're just kind of embittered and angry. That's the way it comes off. Bitter and angry. And why? I don't get it. Because you can totally clip my videos and use them. I always check mark that box, and I've said in my videos, you know, I don't care if people use them. It gets this channel out there, it helps us grow. You know, we're all a community. We're helping each other out. You know, we're growing and all of that. You know, and I kept thinking about it. I'm like, you know, it might not be right that I'm using Modtricker's videos. So I reached out to Modtricker. And I said, hey, man, I just got this comment on my channel. And maybe I should be reaching out and asking people for their, you know, permissions to use their videos. So I said, what did I say to Mod? I'll read it because he responded. There we go. Just wanted to reach out as I don't think I have another way of contacting you, because I posted this to one of his videos. I am reacting to your videos on my channel. Just want to make sure this is okay. If not, I'll remove the videos. Just had a user reach out and complain about it. Let me know, and I'll respect your wishes. Response: heart. So he liked my comment, first of all. Second of all, Modtrigger, that's no problem with me, bro. I appreciate you reaching out. Good luck with everything. Done. So that's a stamp and seal of approval to be able to react to his videos. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. Now, if somebody doesn't like me using their video and doesn't want me reacting, I hope they will reach out. And I'll remove the videos. It's not a big deal. Right? Totally willing to do that. What I don't like is another user stepping in on that user's behalf. Like, she stepped in on Modtricker's behalf and basically let me have it. he thinks she's being righteous and doing the right thing in there, when actually she's just being a nuisance. There is some sort of a point to be made there, but if you're going to make a point like that, do it in a better way. I mean, just be like, hey, just want to reach out and call to your attention. I'm not sure you should be using other people's videos to grow your channel, for your own personal gain. I just want to make sure that everything's on the level before, you continue and that you thought about this. And I had. So that's the long and short of it. I don't think there's going to be another update on this. That's just the way it is now. So I really appreciate Mod Tricka reaching back out. He was on it. I said that, and within an hour he had responded. It was crazy how fast. On the other hand, the lady that had commented on my channel, I think she removed me from her channel because my comment was deleted on her channel. I went back to see, if she'd seen it, thumbs down or anything like that, which I should have gotten a notification, but I didn't get any, so I just went back to her channel. My comment had been removed, which is fair. I removed her comment, she removed mine. I removed her from the channel and then re-added her, so she's free to comment back on the channel again. But I doubt she did the same. She probably just removed me and blocked me from the channel, which is fine. I said what I had to say, and that's it. I mean, to be fair, she doesn't have a lot of followers or viewers. Not that that's important in this case, other than the fact that it also seems a little jealous coming off. The problem that I have with that, and why that doesn't quite make sense, is she hasn't posted anything in over a year. It's not like she's trying to be a channel. But yet, it seems like she's jealous of my channel. My channel is nothing to be jealous of. I mean, I gave you the numbers at the top of the hour, right? That there isn't a lot. I don't have a lot of. I mean, we're growing. I hope someday to have Mod Tricka's numbers, or really, I have a lot of video game stuff going on. So I hope, like, maybe rapid numbers for that, or Corey Kenshin, or Corey Kenshin would be nice, 20 million. That would be phenomenal. Every time he posts a video, I'm sure he's. I think every time Corey Kenshin posts a video, that he probably makes enough money to be retired on every single video. And that's nothing to sneeze at. Same thing with Queso and some of the others. And why they continue to do it is because they just like doing it. They like posting and streaming, and they have fun doing what they're doing. Same for me. I have fun doing this. Which is why it sucks that I have to respond to somebody. I think it's important to respond to that early, too, and address that. That's why I've kind of made the comment here a little early. So, that's the long and short of it. So I hope, whoever's out there can sort of, I guess, forgive, for lack of a better word. I think it's an excuse the little rant here at the beginning, but I feel like now I've addressed it and I put it behind me. Again, whenever I go live, they're monitoring. YouTube's monitoring. I've had where they monitor the music and they were explicitly, as I was live, trying to block my channel from being live. And mainly because the music you hear in the background, this is copyright free. There's no copyright on it, so it's free to use. But I was using at the time what I thought was copyright free music, but it wasn't. It was copywritten. So It wasn't, I didn't receive a copyright strike for that one because it was my first offense, and I didn't mean to do it. I mean, I thought I was using copyright-free, like the relaxed movements, which is, great stuff, great material. So I recommend if you have a channel and you need some background music, just like I do, you would check them out. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow those ones. Same with Modtrica. When I'm doing the reviews and stuff of his videos. So, I also like to give shout outs to those people as well. And the same thing for the video we are about to watch. Good segue into that. We're going to get into some Nukes top 5. These are paranormal, or supposedly paranormal videos. And I feel like they're all fake. Or at least that's my take on it. That's what I try to do, is debunk all of these videos. I also saw something where Grant, I can't remember his last name, from Ghost Hunters, was recently arrested for something, which, strange. So, may check out that video too, and react to that in real time. But we're going to do the Nukes top 5 first, and then we'll see what that one might be all about. But that's what I got on the dock for tonight. Got a late start, so I just want to go and get into it, and yeah, it is what it is. So I hope, again, everybody's good now. I'm good. We're all good. We're all one happy family. And again, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Let's cut the music and get into the video tonight. All right, here we go. You guys ready? You've been warned. We're catching up with the latest Nukes top 5 right now.
In Florida, young mom Haley Kinney is woken up by her 3-year-old son, who says he's seeing something in their house. As he keeps insisting there's a presence in the bedroom, Haley starts recording to document this strange moment. She ends up catching something truly disturbing.
Wait, what?
Maybe there's nothing in here. There's nothing in here. Okay, I don't see it.
Child does seem pretty frightened by that, huh?
As the toddler points toward the empty corner of the room, a few bizarre things happen that need to be broken down. First off, there's a strange, unexplained growl or whine from somewhere nearby.
What is it? Maybe there's nothing in here.
Next, as the boy points at the corner, something in the shadows quickly pops out twice before pulling back into the darkness. The boy's arm doesn't match the shadow's movement. So
I was wondering, because you could see, okay.
Reflection. Arm doesn't match the shadow's.
So you can see the finger and the shadow of the hand right here. So it definitely doesn't. His shadow's getting cast right here. There's nothing over here. So that's a little strange. I'm not going to lie. The other weird part about that is that it's the mirror's catching it. So I think what's going on is this table or whatever is also kind of getting caught. The unfortunate part about this is actually extremely easy to fake, because the light source, it's coming from behind the camera, going down this way and reflecting off the mirror onto the wall, which means that whatever comes out or whatever makes a shadow is actually on the left side of the viewable image here, where the table is. And that's why you see that coming out from the table. But it could be her just sticking her arm towards the light or something and making it appear that way. With a little practice, I think you could make that happen.
Movement. So that's not his reflection. Haley says she has no idea what her son saw that night, and she didn't even notice the strange things that she had captured on camera until later. But what was her son seeing in that dark corner? Paul Gorton is relaxing at home one day with his son Charlie when suddenly things start to...
Yeah, I didn't have much else to do. The growl can be editing. It could be, there's a lot of stuff you can do to make that happen. Now, the kid's reaction is genuine. I don't think the kid's faking that. But is he really reacting to something, or is he just freaked out and she's kind of using it to her advantage? Parents do that all the time. They use their kids, unfortunately. So this could be another one of those cases.
Get a little spooky.
What are you saying, Charlie? There's a scary boy where? What do you mean? What, are you doing pretend? Yeah, you're just playing pretend, aren't you? Do you want to show me?
Now, this guy actually genuinely looks concerned. I don't know if this is acting, but if he's an actor, he's doing a good job.
Show me then. Come on.
His face is like, initially is like,
Show me where
what?
it is.
And then it's this weird mix of he's concerned, and then he's like, I don't think he's seeing anything. So there's concern, weird, okay, no, he's doing pretend, or there's something else going on here.
Where? Where? In there? In there? Okay, get ready, Charlie. No scary boy. No, there's nothing there, mate. Do you want me to go in? Look. There's absolutely nothing in here. You've got nothing to be scared about. I've absolutely myself. There's nothing to be scared about. There's nothing here. That's just the bathroom. Nothing there, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. That's just the shower.
Something's gonna happen.
See, told you, nothing there, mate. Perfect. Come on, don't be silly.
Charlie seems to be genuinely upset, repeating...
But there's nothing in this video. There's just some kid saying there's something there, and there's nothing there.
Boy, over and over. When Paul asks where the boy is, Charlie leads him to the closet. And understandably,
Wait, closet? I thought he meant bathroom. Is this something different?
Completely freaks Paul out. So could Charlie be seeing someone or something that Paul
That's
can't?
it?
You decide.
See, this is a horrible video. Nothing happened in it. There's no movement of anything by nothing or growl voices. It's just some dude and his son. And the son's kind of saying there's some weird boy standing there, when he could actually be pretending that. I mean, who knows what that kid's seeing or not seeing, or I don't know. Maybe it's a shadow, or I have no idea why this kid would be saying that.
Nathan in Iowa says his little girl has a playroom in their basement, but lately he's been hearing strange sounds from down there, even when no one else is home. He says that sometimes it sounds like footsteps climbing up the basement stairs. So one day Nathan hears some noise and decides to go down to film.
This reminds me of that farmhouse where she started filming, or maybe, I don't know what it was, but it says, and I have a short of it, I decided to get some footage of something while my husband was at work or whatever, and she goes down there, and she turns, and there's a door That's actually like, it leads up a set of stairs that used to go outside, but now that door's been sealed, so there's no way for anything to get in. But then the handle, like that first door, the handle clinks up and down real quick, and there's no real explanation for why, other than fishing string or fakery for it. But let's see what happens here. I'm going to call something similar. And if something similar happens, I'm going to call fake on both those videos. It's too coincidental. Is this door going to open on its own? Down here at the bottom? Why aren't you filming off to the right? What's going on over there? And then why didn't you film the noises or whatever? Oh, this is really tiny. Oh, no, it's a huge space. This is a tiny space. Oh, that doll is creepy. And then you have a dark room. They got some creepy dolls. That cat is creepy. Oh my god. Blink, doll. Blink. Move your head. Twitch. Shadow?
Oh my... What are you doing there?
That was great.
I got you good.
Oh yes, you
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Oh, you got my heart good.
Well,
Nathan gets a little jump scare from his own daughter, but otherwise everything seems normal. But then, as he takes one last look down the basement stairs, a large ball suddenly flies toward him as if it was thrown by some invisible force.
that looks
As if that day, the
edited.
family has moved the little girl's
no.
playroom upstairs.
Like, it
and
looks
now they
kind of
all try to
fuzzy.
avoid the basement as much as possible. Safe at home, scary as hell. So first,
Dang
let me
it.
note, in accordance with YouTube community guidelines, no one in the following clips were hurt in any way.
That's good for me, too. Thank you, Nuke. Watching out for everybody.
So, Caroline says,
Just want to say in that last video, it's almost like the ball, the instant before it moves, it's almost like there's an overlay on it, and it gets a little fuzzy, just a little bit. And I think the color lightens up just ever so slightly, and then it moves. And then it moves in a weird way. To me, that seems edited. I mean, only the guy would know taking the video. Only he would know for sure if he went back and edited the video or if he truly saw something paranormal right there. I don't know.
Aki had just moved into her new home in Honolulu, Hawaii with her family a week earlier. One night, she's walking casually through her living room when this happens.
What the? Okay. I'm going to say this is not paranormal. I feel like this is a real event that just happened. It almost looks like a car drove through. I think we're going to see it again, and we're probably going to see it in slow motion. Nuke's pretty good about that. So, and look at the damage to the drywall and stuff. This is not, I don't think this is fake in terms of what actually happens here. My cats are thumping around up there if you hear that. I don't think this is fake, but what caused it, is that truly paranormal, or is it just some freak wind of nature or something? A lightning strike? I don't know. Let's see.
Oh my god! What happened? Oh, glass.
Yeah.
A massive 5x5-foot boulder crashes straight through her wall, missing her by inches, and keeps going, smashing through the garage, hitting their car, and plowing into the bedroom. Carolyn breaks down crying in shock, but somehow she's completely unharmed. No scratches, no bruises, nothing.
Where'd the boulder
Basically,
come
I'm
from?
in shock. I refuse to look at the video, so I'm not sure how close.
That's so crazy. I mean, there are mountains where I live, and my grandparents used to have a cabin up there. And there were times where I was a little concerned about something like hikers being up on some of the trails around the area, knocking a boulder down and it crashing all the way down through, especially when I was there. But it never happened. But it could. Then this is a good reminder. Like, this is a normal drywalled house. It's modern. And just out of nowhere, a boulder crashes through the house. Like, bowling for people. Like, just, it's crazy how strange things can happen at any time, anywhere, to anybody. And that's the strangest thing about this video. I don't think this is paranormal. It's definitely weird, unusual. The odds are against it. But yet, we're looking at it. That is something very strange. And, again, being that I'm a believer, this is why you should believe, because no moment is guaranteed to anyone. I might not make it upstairs to bed. I mean, somebody could break in the house. Lightning, I think there might be some weather in the area tonight, so lightning could strike me right on stream. I could have a heart attack, I have a stroke. There's a ton of stuff that could happen to you at any given moment. So be prepared. Think about that. Just think about it. Prepare. Personally, I would say get right with God. That's all I got.
But everybody's telling me, I'm lucky and,
Yeah, she's lucky.
God is with me. And, yeah, I'm thankful.
Yeah,
So,
one more step.
The bad news is
one
the
more
new
step.
home is kind of wrecked. The good news is Caroline
The
just
new
dodged
home.
what would have been almost certain death
Oh, look at
by a
look
boulder
at
in her living room. Next up, Twitch
What
streamer
caused
Crispy Mate is streaming live late one.
We don't see what caused that. That's so strange. So, I'm going to say this. Bathhouse, I saw, I think Corey Kenshin played this, and I also think Queso played this. And we see Crispy Mate currently doing that. But I'm guessing what's on screen is not what we're going to want to pay attention to. What we're going to want to pay attention to is within little neon green box where he's sitting.
Night from his home in North Carolina when something happens that shocks him to his core.
Better? I thought so. Okay, well, I mean, obviously it's running less at the moment, so it's going to be better. Might...
Bro, I just got struck by lightning.
What did I just say? Anything can happen at any time. And he got struck by lightning. I know what happened. Lightning struck the power lines and it ran up through his equipment and got him. That's crazy.
I'm gonna stop stream. Oh my god, dude.
Out of nowhere, a bolt of lightning strikes his house and travels straight through his computer and earbuds. He gets hit midstream, jolted by a shock right to the noggin. He says it hurt, but luckily the lightning only gave him a light shock and no serious injuries.
What's really strange about that is usually if lightning's going to strike you even through your system or whatever, generally, like if there's heavy rain and your hair is matted down and, on the sides and everything, that I could understand why, like, static electricity wouldn't, like, frizz out your hair or the hair on your arms or anything. But here we don't see that. Maybe because, I mean, it's possible that the house is grounded. So the lightning striking that wouldn't produce that static that would give him a warning for that. The other thing is if his house is grounded, that's why he survived it, because it was able to ground out most of the amperage.
Gamer who goes by the username CrispyMate says he was wearing earbuds partially made out of metal when lightning struck on July 19th outside his Wake County home. The shock inside caught on camera.
When you watch the video back, I mean, what did you think?
Yeah, when I watch it back, I'm just very surprised. If you were to take like a gum strip gag toy and just pull it, and you get that little zap, I got both the sensations, then all my vision went white, and then I bolted.
WRAL meteorologist Amy Wilmeth says lightning can travel through pipes and electrical wires.
You don't want to be attached to any kind of device that's attached to a light socket or an electrical socket. Headphones connected to
wireless.
A device that's plugged into a wall, that's certainly a danger in an electrical storm.
So, new fear unlocked. Getting struck by lightning while relaxing
You could
at home.
see the bolt right outside of his window.
Bag of terror. A construction worker and his boss are remodeling an abandoned house.
It's weird that the class of videos we've seen tonight, only one of these had anything. I mean, I guess the shadow popping out twice in the first video, and then the ball moving. That's been it. Everything else has been weird things, lightning striking, boulders crashing through. Again, great footage. Nothing to debunk about a lightning strike or a boulder crashing through a house. That happened. There's no denying that stuff. But the ball looked edited, and that other stuff could have been faked on the other video. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some. We've seen like 4 videos, and only half of them. One of them had nothing. It's just some kid saying there was another ugly kid or scary kid. That was it.
When things start to get really weird.
I wouldn't have included that.
Ahora vamos para este cuarto que yo busco escuchando cantazos y eso. Uy. Hay algo que está sonando por ahí, brother.
Small world after all, huh?
Oral, ¿qué fue eso? Papi.
Let me go back. Hey, I want
¿Qué está sonando por ahí, brother? Oral, ¿qué fue eso?
Sounds like a tile being playing. Same thing.
Hay algo.
Tile.
Compi. Mira, tú escuchas eso, ¿verdad? No, yo estoy asustado ya, compi. Hay algo que lleva jato sonando allá adentro y de momento, ¡pam!, dieron un cantazo.
Ya te digo que tú eres de estos que son cobardes, que te imaginas cosas, bro.
No, chacho, yo no puedo imaginar eso, bro.
Thinking about it.
Ay, en el cuarto ese, que llevo jato escuchando cantar y pensaba que eras tú, y cuando yo vine a ver, tú estabas ahí tranquilo, recogiendo algunas cositas, y me, chacho, sentí como si me hubieran tocado. No, chacho, yo estoy que no puedo ni hablar. No, yo no veo películas de esas ya, compi. No, ahora en este, compi, en este. Escucha cómo suena. ¿Tú estás escuchando eso? Por eso, yo creo que yo desde lejos, yo, si acaso. Sí, estoy temblando, compi, yo no sé qué vaya. Cuidado, compi, que si yo cojo algo estaba cogiendo, tú sabes cómo es esto. No. Hija. Pero qué caramba es eso. ¿Cómo tienen esa muñeca así? Como si estuvieran mirando para abajo. Ay, bendito Dios, y sonando ya. Hola, me siento un calentón en este cuarto, compi, no vaya. Aún sigue sonando solo. Oh, y se mueve y todo. Ay, compi, ¿no?
Eso a lo mejor fueron los que eran dueños por hacer la maldad o algo, alguien vino a hacer la maldad, compi. Por eso tú no te puedes poner a darle venta a eso, porque eso son boberías.
Sí, ¿no?
¿Ya te lo voy a decir?
Que bajo ya que...
So what I really like is this guy that's on camera is a skeptic, and you can tell. He's like, you're the scaredy guy, you're this, that, you're, and again, could be acting. But he said something there like, you're the one that believes in this stuff or whatever. Like he doesn't. It's implying he doesn't. So it'd be interesting if something happened to this guy and he went from disbelief to belief. Oh, what a weird picture in there.
Compi se movió. Compi se está moviendo, compi, ¿oíste? No, si aquí no hay viento, compi. Mira para allá.
While working alone inside, the worker hears the eerie tune of it.
Unfortunately, it's not a very good video. It's not capturing the whole thing. There's part of it that's a little bit out of the frame of what he's shooting. When it starts to move, like it's being pulled, and you don't see where it's being pulled from, because I think it's being pulled along the top part of it. So I think this is fake.
The small world coming from a room. There's a sudden loud bang, so he fetches his boss, and together they follow the creepy melody to a closet. Inside, they find a doll hanging upside down in what might be the creepiest plushie ever. It has
that thing is
full-on baby printed on it. As they poke around the closet, it twitches and suddenly just launches right at them. But is this a real paranormal encounter in an abandoned house? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
It looks like fake, because it looks like somebody picks it up.
It's cold outside, but you can keep warm in some
slides it along.
Pillows and
hey, check out his merch. Yeah, I like his logo and everything. So you might want to get something for Christmas for the ones you love, or send it to me. I'd love fan merch.
Porch frights. A family is relaxing on their front porch, enjoying the evening, when something unusual catches their eye. A young man walks past on the sidewalk, but the family says he, quote, didn't look real at all, which freaks them out enough to check their security footage. What they find is very strange.
That kind of looks see-through. Looks old. Almost looks back in black and white. This is very interesting footage. Very interesting. It's like he has trails to him. He doesn't look completely there. At one point, I thought it was like Freddy Krueger. And I'm sure he's going to show it again here.
And yeah, the footage is very bizarre. The man looks like he stepped right out of the 1920s. He's wearing an old-fashioned suit and a fedora. He looks almost like a projection, and the cars behind him seem to show right through his body. The family says they were understandably very freaked out, but they say they never saw this man again. Kyla from Oklahoma says that she was hanging out on...
Unfortunately, a video like that can be faked, but their reaction seems pretty real. Could be a real paranormal event, sure. Could have been edited and a little bit of acting, sure. Again, most of these videos, only the person taking the video knows for sure.
On her porch with 3 friends after a long night shift. It's around 4 a.m. when something happens that creeps
Oklahoma City
out.
Inside, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. If you want to grab his keys, then you're gonna have to leave me. What the that?
So they actually heard it.
Hey, hey, hey. Kayla says the voice seemed to come.
It almost seems like it's coming out of the mic of the doorbell cam to me. That's exactly what it sounds like when doorbell cams are accessed and somebody says something. I think this is fake. Either the doorbell cam got hacked or the first person that went inside. I mean, everybody's got their phones. If he has it on, all you have to do is press a button on your phone or tap the screen, and you're speaking through the mic.
from an empty abandoned shed next door. Everyone is freaked out and they jump up and hurry inside. Even creepier, when viewers watch the video, they notice something else. A faint whisper seems to tell one guy, "Shut the door."
Same thing. Same thing.
Kyla says that strange things happen around her house all the time, but this is the first time that anything has been caught on camera.
They said that sounded like it came from, and they are all looking towards the shed, right? They're all looking off to the right, like that's where they heard it from. But again, if the first part's true, where somebody pressed or tapped the screen of their phone and started speaking through the mic, then the rest of this is just acting. See, they're kind of smiling as they're going through, almost as if this is planned.
Tales of terror.
I could be wrong.
In these next
And again, only the people taking the video would know for
few
sure.
clips, we'll see dogs reacting to the supernatural. Now, to me, pets reacting to the paranormal always seems a little more believable. Because, well, how do you fake a scared dog?
I agree with that. I agree. Dogs and cats are not actors. You're not going to get a fake reaction from them. So what you're getting from the animal is real. That being said, I'm not going to discount anything you see in these videos from the animals at all. But it made me think about my cats always look at something that seems to be invisible in this house. Usually they're looking up at something. I don't know what it is, but it's like there's nothing moving. There's no reflection from my watch or anything that I can see or think of. And like a lot of times I'll put my phone down and I'll try and see what they're seeing. So it's not going to be the phone because they continue to look and move around a little bit, like with their eyes, to see something that I can't see. But it never seems to be malicious. It never seems to be, well, it doesn't really seem to be anything. Maybe dust. I'm not sure.
And a lot of people believe that dogs can see things that we can't. So, first up, unfortunately this clip was posted without a source. But the story goes that a young woman named Sarah had just moved into a new house. Ever since the move, she's been hearing strange noises, and her yellow lab has been acting terrified of certain rooms. One day, the dog refuses to go down the hallway, so Sarah starts recording. What she captures is unnerving.
He just keeps staring down the hall like he sees someone.
Hold on. I forgot. My editor told me I need to be moving my camera to the bottom left. So we're just going to do that for the remainder of this video, and that's where it's going to stay moving forward. Sorry.
What was that?
Now, unless your screen is really dark, you probably don't need me to ask, did you see it? Because some dark, misshapen thing seems to twitch and move at the end of the hall before vanishing into thin air. Sarah is so freaked out that she stops recording and the clip ends there. Without a source, we're left to wonder what became of Sarah and her dog, and what might still be lurking in that hallway.
The no source thing lends a lot of credence to this video because they're not looking for publicity or likes or shares or any of that, right? I mean, they might come forward later. Again, it could be an edit, but with the dog's reaction and that it's not posted by anyone in particular, I tend to lean on more of actual paranormal on this one. It's weird, eerie, and creepy. It doesn't look edited other than the way it moves isn't possible, really. And it just looks non-human. Could be demonic. More than likely it's demonic. Now again, debunking it, it's an edit. But really, is that an edit? It looks clean. But anymore with AI and other types of things. I think that it's this could be more on the real side. I think this one could be. But again, with the possibility of editing and AI editing in there, I don't necessarily believe this is paranormal either. This one falls on the 50-50 side. Very few of them fall into that gray area. So that's where I'm going to conclude on this one. 50-50 paranormal, 50-50 real, 50-50 fake. I know that's 150, but two of those are one and the same. So it really is 100%. Yeah, let's keep moving.
Next up, Reddit user Kitten Catastro says her friend got a motion alert from her living room at around 2 a.m. And what the camera caught is strange.
Dog reacts immediately. I would also like to compliment the high quality of footage here. The previous one, that's part of the reason why I'm 50-50 on it is not as high quality. This is sharp. We got night vision, so you know this is actually in the dark, although I think there's a light on, maybe a night light over the bar in the kitchen, that little island right there. Interesting, it says witch's lair above that. Interesting. Anyway, let's see. The dog's looking over to the right, so let's keep an eye over there. Looked like there was something there for a split second, maybe a little movement of something. The dog walked away. Good reaction by the dog. Looks like an orb.
On the right side of the frame, a hazy white form seems to float toward the little dog.
Okay, that is...
who clearly wants nothing to do.
To be honest, I like the high quality. And it's, I mean, even, you can see even the dog here, it's not 100% high quality. There's a little pixelation here. Be sure you're turning your cameras, your indoor and outdoor cameras, up on the sharpness. I know it costs more memory, and it eats more, but you're gonna want it when something actually happens. So please be doing that, guys. To debunk this one, seems like it could have been a light source playing through the window, like a headlight from a car or something. Doesn't seem like, I mean, maybe it's paranormal, but there's not much else going on.
But then, watch closely as he moves toward the kitchen. Another faint mist seems to glide by, and that's when the doggy is done. But what do you think made the dog decide to exit stage right? Let me know. Reddit user SageMan123 says that after his friend moved into an old house with his little Boston Terrier mix Jackson, things quickly started to get weird. There were odd noises, objects moved on their own, and
I just had this vision of Darkwing Duck. He used to say, "Let's get dangerous," but there were a couple of times I think he actually said, "Let's get weird." And all of a sudden it just popped in my head. Maybe it was a Halloween episode or something.
the dog began flat out avoiding certain areas in the house. One day, the owner notices
Certain
the
rooms,
dog staring
probably.
into a closet and decides to start filming. What he captures is truly chilling.
It's weird how, like, he's telling the story about how this dog won't go into different rooms or whatever. And then nothing weird has ever happened before, but the dog just acts weird around certain rooms or areas or whatever. So this one time he decides he's going to grab his camera and film it. Out of all the times that's going to happen. So I know something's going to happen here. But my guess is this is fake, because why this one time?
Jackson is like laser-ass focused on this right now. He won't.
I'll play devil's advocate because it popped in my mind. The reason why that it may happen this one time is because whatever it is, if it truly is paranormal, is looking for attention. So now that the camera's on, lights, camera, action.
Like, you alright? Hmm? I know.
He does look concerned. The dog looks nervous.
I hear noises, but I'm not even
Did you not even see that? Like, he's talking. He doesn't.
kidding me, right?
He doesn't stop talking when it's actually flying by. It's only when the noise happens that he pauses. So he wasn't even paying attention.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong?
Now I noticed the jacket started moving kind of on its own. That could be the wind.
Jackson.
It's very, very slight. Very slight.
What's wrong? There's banging and stuff.
After witnessing all of that, the man says he'd had enough. Not long after this, he put the house up for sale and moved out for good.
Wow. That didn't take much to get him out of the house. I will say, yeah, I kind of agree that lends credence to actual paranormal. I was going to say that thing kind of sort of looked like it fell off the shelf, but it actually looks like it's thrown with some force. So I don't think it would just fall off the shelf. It could have been pulled with some string or something for sure. Or the other thing that could have happened is it could have started to move, fell off, hit the corner, and bounced across. But I don't think we see that. I think we just see it come straight out. So I don't think it bounces out. But I don't know.
Good. Creepy kicks. Workers at Rock City Kicks, a shoe store in Fayetteville, Arkansas, say that weird things have been happening around the shop for a while now. But lately, it started to get a lot harder to ignore.
That's pretty powerful. Like, as you see, most haunted videos and stuff, the door kind of slowly moves on its own. You get it in frame from start to end, and it's very slow and subtle moving. And it didn't slam shut. It didn't close. This one, it could have been somebody behind there and just, they whipped it real quick and stayed behind that line of sight and slammed it.
The stockroom gate slams shut on its own. The employee checks it out, but he doesn't seem too concerned. But just a week later, things at the small shop take an even stranger turn. Whatever it is in the store seems to be getting bolder.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in, bro. Railroad pretty cool. It's trying not to take too long myself.
A shop salesman is helping a customer try on shoes when a Nike suddenly launches off the display wall and lands upright on the floor. As he bends down,
I'm gonna go back.
Launches off the display wall and lands upright on the floor.
Okay.
As he bends down to grab it, the shoe flips away on its own.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see, like, if a string was tied to this, like, is it being pulled from the same spot every time, right? And it kind of is. So when you see it come off, the top of the shoe is what's pulled. So it pulls down and falls off, and it bounces a little bit. But then when he reaches down, the top of the shoe gets pulled and moved. So it could very well be a string on this.
Try on shoes when
Watch
a
it
Nike
again.
suddenly launches off the display wall and lands upright on the floor. As he bends down to grab it, the shoe flips away on its own. almost like it's being yanked. And with that, both men just make a run for it. And there goes the salesman dashing past the window. So, is Rocket City Kicks haunted, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Shadows of Broadwell.
You tell me.
On the YouTube channel
You tell me.
13 Haunted Media Productions head out to investigate the Broadwell Funeral Home in Felicity, Ohio. It's a funeral home, so it goes without saying that it has a long, dark history and a reputation for some seriously unsettling activity.
Long,
For this investigation,
dark
they
history.
split up. 2 investigators upstairs, 2 in the basement, and absolutely no one on the middle floor. And that...
So, funeral homes, I do tend to think places like that could be more, and when I say paranormal activity, I mean demonic. Anything that is paranormal in nature, generally you're going to have, it's going to be demonic. Because, I mean, even if it appears as a child, or the voice of somebody who was lost, a loved one, demons are very good at lying. That's their thing. They lie and they deceive. So what is being perceived are, as a spirit or something like that that has moved on, really is a demon trying to pretend that that's the case. That's my opinion.
That's where things get weird.
This footage comes from the security cameras that were set up.
Okay. The video quality here, not great. The chair already looks like it's doubled and kind of blurry. And on the wall, whatever's on the wall, maybe that's a little spray paint or something. It's fuzzy and blurry. I can't really see that. Everything looks almost like double. And is that a doll or a figure right next to in the left of the chair? Looks almost like some little doll is hunched over.
You can see a shadow flies by quickly from left to right and disappears. There were 4 of us in the building at the time. 2 in the basement, 2 upstairs. This footage is from the main floor where nobody was present at 11:57 p.m. It is the clear outline or shadow of someone. But the main question is who? Here is a freeze frame. Clearly it is the outline of a person.
One of the stationary cameras on the middle floor captures something strange. A dark, shadowy figure gliding along from left to right before disappearing into thin air. The investigators rewatched their footage later and are shocked by what they captured. So, is this one of the Broadwell Funeral Home's former clients? Let me know what you think.
But a single incident, I don't
Late
know.
one night, a security guard at an
Thought we were gonna see
under-construction building in the Philippines.
Thought we were going to see a bunch of different videos in there. Usually when paranormal investigations are going on, it's never just one little thing that stands out. In this case, it is one little thing that stands out, and there's nothing else there. It seems unusual. Could be paranormal. But a single incident is very difficult to believe that that's a haunting or something like that. There's always the possibility that the light sources that were in there had some, and I know this is sort of a cop-out, but it's true. It could have been some sort of bug that was going by then. I mean, the shadow looks like a person. Happens all the time. They make artwork out of trash, but when they turn it, it becomes, you can tell what the shadow on the wall then is supposed to be. There's a famous one where they did like a pirate ship, and then as they turn it, it becomes Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. So there is that kind of thing going on too. So it's not that much of a leap to say, from that artwork that doesn't look like it should be cast in that shadow, then it does. to an insect going across a light source that just happens to cast a shadow that looks somewhat human. Coincidence? Maybe. A stretch? Maybe. Paranormal? Maybe. I don't know.
Things hear strange noises coming from the upper floors and heads up to investigate. Things quickly take a terrifying turn.
30, 80p, 68 FPS.
I can't understand what this guy's saying.
Parang may naglalakad.
Was that door open before? Were they looking for paranormal in here? It did sound like a woman crying or weeping there towards the end. Sometimes it makes me think of Ghostbusters. Because I can't remember what... It's very unusual that I can't remember a line from Ghostbusters. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. They asked, did it have legs? She goes, I don't know about that, but it definitely had arms because it reached out for me. And it makes me wonder if that's what happened here. He hears that crying, and then it reaches out for him kind of creepily. And then he freaks out. Who wouldn't freak out? I would freak out at that, too. I'm not saying I wouldn't. But it definitely had arms because it reached out for me.
There's the video captures strange whispering, a croaking voice that urges him in Tagalog to Hoy, magingat ka, or in English, hey, be careful.
See, the other thing is that demons know all the languages too, by the way. So they can speak any language. Don't be fooled.
The guard says that in the room he entered, a semi-transparent little girl appeared in the dark and started wailing and sobbing. But she isn't visible in his footage. But we can hear her sobbing as he runs from the room in terror.
That's true. That's true.
A few days later, the guard claims that he saw the little girl again in another dark room of the building. He managed to quickly grab his phone and snap this picture.
Oh. Okay.
Scurry videos. So these are the videos.
This is the best part. Oh, I love this part. This is my favorite. I hope he keeps doing this because these are amazing.
That I happened upon that are weird or funny or just odd. First up, this one was a toss-up as to whether it should be in the regular list or in the weird videos. But here we are. So, someone is at a graveyard and they see this. Now, one thing to notice about this video is that all the other gravestones have snow around them. But these turkeys have been doing their creepy little turkey ritual, or whatever this is, for so long that they've actually worn through the snow around this tombstone. So I don't know what the hell is happening here.
Yeah.
You know.
So there are the videos where the birds are making circles like that. So it's not out of the ordinary for birds to do this. But I agree, that was something I was going to comment on until he did, that there's no snow around that. But that's because they've been walking around it for long enough that they've worn it out. All they might be doing is staying warm with their movement. That might be what's going on here. Yeah.
Put it in the comments. Next up, last month was Halloween and people got festive and scared the shit out of each other. Sometimes by accident.
Like literally, that shit you can't do that in October to somebody. Like that is scary as Like literally, a f***ing Quaker standing at the f***ing door in October.
Kind of reminds me of the old Tom and Jerry cartoons where they had that maid, and they never showed her head, but they showed her from, I think, like the chest down or the waist down. And she was always yelling at Tom, "You better catch that mouse. Oh, you're going to go outside, or we're going to kick you out of this house," whatever she said. But the dress on that Quaker reminds me of the old Tom and Jerry cartoons.
And the viewer replied back with this. That is terrifying. Next, another video in the kinda late Halloween spirit. I give you the creepiest Halloween decoration that I have ever seen.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. We've seen this. If that thing was faster, one thing I really like about Nuke, and I've said this before, he has longer cuts of these videos. This is a longer cut. I've never saw the guy with a remote control before. It always cuts off before you get to him. So interesting that you see the whole footage here. Really appreciate that.
That was great. And that's
Or the
all
girl.
for this week. By the way, today marks the 10-year anniversary of the Nukes Top 5.
Yeah. So that's it for him. That's it for me. You know what? Hold on. I said that I saw, let me cut this off. What's he gonna, hold on. You guys can listen to this, but.
And I once read that if you do something for 10 years, you are officially an expert. So I am now a scary video expert. Thank you. Anyway, thanks for watching.
He laughed at that like, oh, is it serious? I don't know. And there's just a couple of older videos that I've watched a lot of his stuff. A lot of this stuff has been in his previous videos. He's just kind of recapping it.
And thanks for 10 great years. I'll see you next week.
I'm only approaching 1. All right, we're going to cut it off there because I don't know if that song has a little bit of a copyright or not. But I want to see Grant. There's a video of why Grant left the Ghost Hunters and the real reason he came back. And I saw a video before, and I've seen this video before, when Ghost Hunters taps were caught faking. And I think it's Grant that was doing that. Ah, here it is. 1 minute ago, Grant Wilson from Ghost Hunters is breaking the news. There's a shot of him being, looks like, arrested. Let's go ahead and here. Let me set this up. Let me get it on full screen. This is AI. So we're just gonna watch a little bit of this. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. I just want to see kind of what it's about. And if I have to fast forward or flip around, we're gonna do a little bit of that. So be prepared. Be prepared. Okay. Octagon Immortals. Let's see what you got.
Something is happening in the paranormal world, and it's darker than anyone expected. Grant Wilson, the co-founder of Ghost Hunters and one of the most respected figures in supernatural investigation, has just broken his silence after years of staying quiet. In a shocking new statement, Grant revealed that what drove him away from the show wasn't fame, burnout, or network drama. It was something else entirely, something that followed him home. What he's describing isn't just a haunting, it's a warning. Tonight, we're uncovering what really happened behind the cameras, the secrets that never made it to air, and why Grant Wilson now says they were never alone. Before we begin, hit subscribe, because once you hear what Grant confessed, you'll understand why he may never speak again. Before the world knew him as the calm, level-headed investigator on Ghost Hunters, Grant Wilson was just an ordinary man with an extraordinary fascination for what lies beyond. Born in Providence, Rhode Island, Grant grew up surrounded by whispers of haunted mill towns, strange lights in the fog, and local legends that seemed to cling to every old house in New England. He wasn't a thrill seeker, he was curious. In the early 2000s, that curiosity led him to meet Jason Hawes, another plumber who shared his obsession with layered with faint breathing, and buried deep within the static was that same unmistakable whisper, still with you. Whoever or whatever Grant Wilson encountered hadn't just followed him home, it had learned how to speak. In 2021, without warning, Grant Wilson reappeared. He didn't announce a comeback or a new show. Instead, a cryptic video surfaced on a small independent podcast's live stream. The host, a longtime paranormal researcher, had received an anonymous message saying simply, he's ready to talk. When the live stream began, Grant sat alone in a dimly lit room, his face half in shadow. He looked nothing like the man who once led Ghost Hunters on the Sci-Fi Channel. His hair had gone gray, his voice quieter, more deliberate. The voice of someone who had spent too long in isolation. For nearly an hour, he spoke without notes, recounting what really drove him away from television, what he'd been hiding from the cameras, and why he believed something non-human had latched onto him. It started as a hum, he said softly. Then it became words. Then dreams.
Let me see if I can find the actual interview. Just there. Okay. Just thought I heard something. Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
Something is happening in the paranormal world.
Hold on. This is the one that this the picture on the front of it is him like on the news in a prison outfit, like he got arrested. But turns out that looks like clickbait. So I guess there's not really much to that, unfortunately. Or fortunately. I'm glad that Grant Wilson's okay. And all of those things. Okay, well, that was short and relatively uneventful. If I find out more, I will let you guys know and maybe play some of that video. But that's all I got for tonight. It's getting pretty late, and I need to hit the sack. I gotta do my actual job tomorrow. It's been good to catch up with everybody and do another debunking video. Glad to share this, and be sure to like, share, subscribe, all of those things. Really appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. Till next time, be good to each other, and I'll see you then. Have a good